Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I am so fucking. My sinuses are fucking terrible this morning. I sound like shit. It dawned on me last year how my moving to Austin was as a survival mechanism, like because I needed to escape New York so fucking badly so my creative self could flourish and I can find individuality outside of New York. But this time around feels a lot more like it's by choice, right? By pleasure of wanting to move, not by fucking survival. It's not a threatening environment. This is a very loving environment. But I think when you're in your quitter journey, there are a lot of people around you who are gonna like judge your creative process, even if it's not intentional. And on top of that, if you have nothing to prove that your idea is working and you have people who love you, who are around you trying to protect you, it makes it very difficult for you to explore. So for those who have been following me for a while, you know there was a clear difference in the person who originally went to Austin to the person who I am now and all the things I experienced when I was there. I was fucking whack as shit. I mean, now I'm officially whack as shit, but I feel like I let the wild version of myself loose when I was in Austin, where I was painting and dancing and selling feet pics on the motherfucking internet. Like, now I've accepted that that's who I am and that's the things that I'm supposed to be doing. Not selling feet pics, but you know what I mean? Like being whack and wild. And I think my family, whether by choice or not, they are accepting of that. I needed to be in solitude. I needed to be away. And that, you know, there was a bit of loneliness that happened my first time around in Austin because I knew going there that I need to be in hermit mode, right? I needed to be in introspection mode. I needed to be in that place of trying to figure out who the fuck I was. And you can't do that when you're so distracted, and you can't do that when your environment is pushing you in a certain direction. So me growing up in this household, growing up in this neighborhood, just living and working in New York my entire life never gave me a perspective of anything outside of it. Where you live will determine everything about you, from the type of food you eat, the religion you have, the people you hang out with, the perspectives, the tone of my voice. That all comes from your environment. And that's why people move to places and all of a sudden people change. It's because that environment has influenced them in some way, shape, or form. Could be good, could be bad, up to perspective, but for me, it's a good thing. Now, because I was approaching that move from the perspective of escaping, right? I needed to literally run away from New York to find myself, in a sense. Right? It wasn't me doing a Bali trip and going to find myself. I had to be in the US, and that was my choice at the time. But now I get to redo that experience as well. And instead of rushing to get there out of survival, I get to do it because I'm like, oh shit, like this is fun. And I like this. And this is cool. And I'm not running away from anything. I'm running towards something. I think that's a lot healthier of a place to be, and I think that's a much better place to kind of find happiness and find my next chapter is in something positive as opposed to something negative. I feel like November is going to be a really important time. I've been saying it for a while. I'm just going to go with my own intuitive pull and say like that something's going to happen in November. Also, it's very coincidental that emo night tour that I missed in July that I really wanted to go to is coming back in November 4th specifically. So either I'm going to go there and see it, I'm going to go there because I'm going to be living there, or I'm going to go there to like go look at apartments. I don't know, but either way, November seems really significant. And I feel like this Christmas, this end of year will be much more celebratory in the way that I find celebratory than it was last year.